तस्मान्नार्हा वयं हन्तुम्
तस्मान्नार्हा वयं हन्तुम्
धार्तराष्ट्रान् स्वबान्धवान्
धार्तराष्ट्रान् स्वबान्धवान्
स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा
स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा
सुखिनः स्याम माधव
सुखिनः स्याम माधव
We'll do it again. तस्मान्नार्हा वयं हन्तुम्
तस्मान्नार्हा वयं हन्तुम्
धार्तराष्ट्रान् स्वबान्धवान्
धार्तराष्ट्रान् स्वबान्धवान्
स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा
स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा
सुखिनः स्याम माधव
सुखिनः स्याम माधव
So tasmat anarha, tasmat anarha. Arha means something that we must do. Whenever you have ana added to or a added to an action, it becomes the opposite of it. Arha means the eligibility to perform an action. Okay. Anarha means ineligibility to perform action. That means we should never do that kind of an activity. So he said tasmat, therefore, it is a conclusion. After all these logical statements that Mr. Arjuna has given, why not to kill his Kaurava brothers? He now wants to conclude and say, Tasmat anarha vayam hantam. We should not kill. Now he is saying we. All this time he was saying I. Krishna was not listening. Now he says, including Krishna and everybody else, he says, we should not kill. See the words. Slowly he wants to make somehow Krishna convinced that we should run away from this war. And he was looking for Krishna's blessings and yes, Arjuna, we should. You are right. Now I'm convinced. So somehow he is trying hard to convince Krishna. So he says, Tasmat anarha vayam hantum dhatrarashtan swabandhavan. These are our own relatives, right? So swabandhavan, swa, mine, bandhavan, related. So these are all my relatives. These are my cousins, right? So we should not kill them. Therefore, we should not kill them, Krishna. Swajanam hi katham hatva sukhinaha. What is there? Katham. Why? What is their happiness in killing? What is the pleasure in killing? Our own friends and kith and kin. This is the question. Sometimes when you respond, when you are logically talking, when the other person do not respond, then what you do? What your teacher do? When she is teaching something and you're just silent, you're not even participating in the class, what will teacher do? She will keep on explaining different ways. Even if then you are not speaking, then what she will do? She'll start asking questions. Okay, so what did we learn? We learned about photosynthesis, right? So something like that. She will ask, what are we learning now? And then, what did I tell you? What is the meaning of sin? Right? So this is how teachers question back. So Arjuna is trying to implement that strategy. Krishna is not talking anyways. So let me ask Krishna, what is the happiness, Krishna, in killing our own relatives and friends? Now tell me, this is what I am saying, right? Therefore, we should not kill. You have any questions? You have any other debating points? You have any other discussion points? Let's talk about it, Krishna. But please stop. There is an indication for Krishna to please stop. Will he talk? Krishna knows that this is all because of his mental agitations and emotions and attachments, which is a disease in not only Arjuna, but in everyone. This is a mental state. Now, for dealing with such mental state, the best medicine is to let everything come out. You should not come in the middle and then stop them from blabbering. Let them blabber everything that they want to. Finally, you give the master stroke. So, he's still waiting. Look at Krishna's patience. What will a teacher do if a good student, topper in the class, talks all foolish or gives all foolish answers? Krishna knows why he is doing. He had some problem at the house. He has some fight with his brother or sister. And so he came to the class and then he is talking something which is totally foolish because he is not in his minds. Teacher knows the worth of the student is really, he's the smartest in the class. What will teacher do? Teacher will not stop him. Teacher will let him speak or her. Huh? Once it's done, then the teacher will start acting. So let's see, 38 will Krishna speak? No, there is no Bhagwan Vacha in 38. Okay? Who is going to chant now? Kriti. Okay. You can also join if you want. Okay. Yadyapyete na pashyanti. 38 now. Yadyapyete na pashyanti. Yadyapyete na pashyanti lobhopahata chetasaha kula kshaya krutam dosham dosham mitradrohe cha patakam. Gautam, Mudra Japman, sorry, louder.
यद्यप्येते न पश्यन्ति लोभोपहत चेतसः
कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं
मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम्.
So it is यद्यप्येते न पश्यन्ति लोभोपहत चेतसः कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम्. Let us do 39 also. Okay. Both of you, can you chant louder? 39. Katham nagneyamasmabhihi. Katham nagneyam asmabhihi. Papad asman nivartitum. Gatiga. Papad asman nivartitum. Kulakshayakrutam dosham. Kulakshayakrutam dosham. Prapashyad bhirjanardana. Prapashyad bhirjanardana. These two I will chant together. Yadyapyete na pashyanti lobhopahata chetasaha kulakshayakrutam dosham mitradrohe cha patukam tatham nagneyamasmabhihi papadasman nivartitum kulakshayakrutam dosham prapashyad bhirjanardana. In the previous shloka he called him as Madhava. Madhava is also Krishna. Madhava means husband of Mata Lakshmi, or in other words you can say Lord of Wealth. Okay, who is very close to the goddess of wealth, Madhava. One who is Aisharyavanta, one who is very wealthy. So here there is a lot of wealth of knowledge and wealth of goodness. with Krishna, and with that he is inviting him. And Madhava is also called by those who are very close to Krishna. So Arjuna is also reminding that Krishna is very close to him. Now here in this particular verse, he is calling Janardana. Janardana, one who takes care of people's pain, right? If we have any problems, the only resolution is going to Sri Krishna, because he can definitely take care of it. So Janardana. Now here he is asking Yadhyapi, even though. Yadhyapi is even though. Na pashyanti, not able to see. Lobhopahata chetasa. The thoughts and the consciousness of those 100 brothers and the army behind them are not able to see this Krishna. Now he is putting the focus on the other person. See, when there is a drunkard on the road, when you are walking on the road, from the opposite end there is a person who is drunkard, who is coming, who is not in his minds. He comes and he throws a stone on your face. Will you also take a stone and throw on his face? A lot of people do that, right? That person is not in his mind. He is not able to think, but you are able to think. You have the right mind. You have the right thoughts in your mind. You know what is right, what is wrong. Would you also do the same thing? Even in parents also say, "What tappu chesthe chesadu, nu kuda enduku cheyali?" Right? This is what parents say. What pichodu, what chestadu, nu enduku chestunavu? See, this dialogue you might have heard it a lot in the house, right? Arjuna is using the same strategy here. Now he is coming from the opposite end. See, just like a lawyer, he is putting all different conclusions so as to convince Krishna anyhow. Beautiful lawyer. Someone who is in the field of law should see how to debate and discuss. These are all the tactics of debate. We should learn. There is a debate competition. If you are interested, you should understand how Arjuna in first chapter is trying to convince Krishna. If you can convince like that for any topic, the other opponent, you are going to be the winner in this world. Okay. So he says, Yadyapyeti na pashyanti lobho pahata chetasa. Loaded with greed and unkind attitude, their eyes are closed. Those Kauravas are not able to see that we are all related. We are all friends. We are all one family. They are not able to see that because of greed. They want more. They already have a kingdom. They want Indraprastha. They want everything else. They already have Hastinapura. They need Indraprastha. They need everything that we owned once upon a time. Right? So they are greedy. And continuing that, he is saying, Ulakshayakrutam dosham mitradrohe cha patakam. While killing us, he is killing our kula, Kshatriya kula. We are all kings. When we get killed, then there will be less number of protectors. What is the role of a king? To protect people. In those days, there were no boundaries. So people and animals, they all lived together in the same forest. You never know where the forest ends, where the city starts. Sometimes the wild beasts, the tigers go more in number in the forest and they start hunting the animals. The animals are all done, so they come on the livestock, like the cows, buffaloes, sheep, goats. To the city they used to come. Then you needed somebody to protect them. That was the role of the Kshatriya, to safeguard people and the assets that belong to the people. Now if these kings die, what will happen? Who is there to fight and protect? Nobody. So Kula Kshaya, that is called as Kula Kshaya. Kshaya means destruction. So the destruction of the Kshatriya Kula will happen. If they know that, they are in the war, they know that they are going to do that. They are saying, Mitra Droha. What they are doing? Mitra Droha. We were all friends, we all played together, we all were trained by the same guru, we were the classmates. And they want to kill us now. Why are they going to do that? Just because they are greedy. Greed can make you do any of that. So they are greedy, that's why they are trying to do all this, Krishna. They are not able to see that. This is what Arjuna is saying in the first shloka, which is 38. In 39, he is saying, Katham na jneyam asmabihi. Jneyam. We know. We know. After knowing all this, why should we do the same thing again? See how logically he is talking now. He is saying, I know everything they are doing is wrong because of the greed. I don't have any greed. I'm able to see that when I do the same thing, I will kill their armies, I will kill their families will become orphan, the kula will come to an end. Why should I do this, Krishna? Right? That's what he's saying. Katham na jneyam asmabihi papan asmabihi nivartitum. We know that we can avoid this sin. Killing your friend, killing a kula, killing a person who is actively working to do something for society, it is bad to kill that person. This Kshatriya is supposed to protect. If I kill them, I'm releasing him from his job and I don't have anybody else being recruited. It's a very bad state. I'm making imbalance in the society. That is a sin. So, why should I kill? Kulakshaya krutam dosham prapashyadbhir janardhana. We are able to see that by having all this, we are going to acquire sin. Why we should do all this? Why we should at all do everything like this? We should avoid this at all cost. We should avoid killing. They are doing it. They are foolish. I am not fool. He is saying he is not fool. Really? All these points are logically right. If you see Arjuna, the way he is explaining, they are all right. But he did not understand the Vedas in its true sense. He learned. He gained the knowledge. He even might have understood. Sometimes even after understanding, you commit mistakes. That is exactly what his state is. And so, Arjuna disease is not a small disease, it's a very big disease. Okay? So, let's do the 40th shloka, 40th verse. Varsha and Vidra, you can go together if you want. And I'm able to see only one screen at a time. 9 participants. So if there is anybody on the other screen, just unmute, and if I'm not calling your name, just unmute and say that you are interested.
You have to say it together.
You are ready now, Varsha Vidra?
Yeah.
Kulakshaye pranashyanti.
Kulakshaye pranashyanti.
Kulakshaye pranashyanti.
Kulakshaye pranashyanti.
Kuladharma sanatanaha.
Kuladharma sanatanaha.
Kuladharma sanatanaha.
Kuladharma sanatanaha.
Dharme nashte kulam krutsnam.
Dharme nashte kulam kritsnam.
Dharme nashte kulam krutsnam.
Dharme nashte kulam kritsnam.
Adharmo bhivavatyuta.
Adharmo vibhavatyuta.
Adharmo bhivavatyuta.
Adharmo vibhavatyuta.
So the full line is Kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharma sanatanaha dharme nashte kulam krutsnam adharmo bhivavatyuta. So Kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharmaha sanatanaha. In the olden days, there were, at least in Dwapara Yuga, it is said that dharma was standing not on all the 4 legs, which means there were some imbalances in the society. Everybody was supposed to be good, but everyone had their own weaknesses and strengths. So then the categorization happened based on their skills and their mental attitude. Those who did not have strength of body but had a strength of mind and intellect, those who can influence through words and teachings, were considered one category. Those who had immense potential and strength and vigor to dominate through power, there was a category of those individuals as well. Then there was a third category where they were more inclined and were logical to make business, to gain wealth, to build wealth. all the businessmen that you see, Tata's, Birlas, right? Those who had the ability to build wealth and produce more, produce in the sense even agriculture or anything like that. So that was one category. The last category was those who did not have any of these skills but had a ambition to serve everyone that they see through in all possible ways. Just serving attitude. Lot of charities that you see today, NGOs where they do serving, they go into the society, help the people, they all come into this category. Now these 4 categories were built and based on their strengths and skills. And these 4 categories, people were allowed to operate. So a person who is kind of, if a person, let's say for example, if I belong to the last category where I'm doing only service to the society, and if I had a child in my family, I would train him on my skills. I would say, hey, if you want to do this job, this electrician job, this is how you should do. Here is the wire. This is green wire, red wire. Don't touch the red wire anytime. You know, similar skills I will give him. I will impart the knowledge to him or her, whoever is my child. And this used to continue. Now Arjuna is here saying that kulakshaye krutam dosham. Why? When I kill somebody in Kauravas and the army, because in those days when the army is insufficient, they will pull everybody into the war. They will say, everybody, washerman, everybody, whoever is coming from all 4 categories, come. You have already seen Dronacharya is already in this war. Where should Dronacharya be? Dronacharya should be in the world of teaching. He is a guru. He should be in the teaching, Vijottama, right? But what he is doing, he is into the war. So likewise, there was no limitation. Everybody was into the war. So he says, if I'm going to kill, then it is going to kill that kula. If I'm killing a father in a house, then what about his son? Who is going to train him how the work has to be done? So going forward, this kula will not continue. Let's say if there is electrician family. If I kill the chief electrician in the family, what will happen to the hierarchy? Children and grandchildren, they will not know what to do with the electrical wires. They will do a poor job. Whenever they touch something, whatever project they do, there will be 100 problems in that. What will happen if I kill a teacher? His son will not have any knowledge, so his son cannot teach. Then who is the teacher? No one. If there is no one to teach, what will happen? Streets will be full of fools. So this is what Arjuna is giving logical explanation now. Kulakshaya krutam dosham. Kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharma sanatanaha. From very long, this ideology and the kuladharma is coming. The way the family is performing activities is coming from generation after generation. If I kill these people now, this is going to end up here and it will not continue. So what will happen? It will create chaos in society. Dharme nashte kulam krutsnam, in completion. Krutsnam means in completion. Completely. As a whole, what will happen is dharma will vanish. What is dharma? Doing the things as per your skills. If you are good in talking, go to teaching or go to lawyer. If you are good in understanding the pain and resolving it, do doctor. Become a doctor. Right? Something like that. Based on your skills and mental attitude, you choose the discipline. Now that dharma, that discipline will be lost. There will not be any doctors, there will not be good teachers, there will not be good fighters, there will not be good protectors, there will not be good sevikas, there will not be good maids. So this is going to create a chaos in the society. Yes or no? Isn't it? Very logical. Very logical. And to a certain extent, this looks so correct. Absolutely correct. Every time I go through these shlokas, I feel it is so correct, and also I feel it is not so correct, because I know what the next 18 chapters are. And I always, push myself to spill the beans that it is not, but I would hold myself back. And let us revel in Arjuna's sentiment. Let us enjoy what Arjuna is saying. Arjuna is saying everything right. Let us believe that. And let us get the blow really hard from Krishna in the next chapters. It is very usual to say Arjuna is right here. Logically, if you kill a family head, then the family is going to be on the roads. They don't know what to do. Right? That's what he says. How many of you think that Arjuna is speaking all foolish things? He is not speaking logically right statements. How many of you think he is exactly speaking what you would have spoken at that point in time? See, Shanti Aunty is raising her hand really high. Akshita is raising. Kriti is also raising. Krishna uncle is raising. Everybody is saying that if I was in that place, I would have given excellent, same logic. Now I would say in this world where materialistic glory and growth is also important, where you have to build something to spend something. Adigo. Anna is also raising this.
Good job, Anna.
So, in this world, yes, we are all right. In this world, we have to build something to spend that. I have to gain money to be able to help others who do not have it. Because they do not have the capability to build it, I will build it for them. This is why we should build it. But to build that money in this world, you have to follow the rules of this world. You have to be part of this world. So you have to think like Arjuna, build everything, and rest of the 17 chapters you have to read and then help back the society. This is what is the glory. Okay? Now, since we all agree that Arjuna is going in the right path, he is speaking the right words, let us continue with 41 in the next session and see how long is he going to go like this. Anyway, the chapter is coming to an end. This chapter has got 47, I believe, or 44, 47. So 47 shlokas we will see, and the only thing that Krishna said, what did Krishna say in the whole chapter? What was Krishna's injection in this chapter? Who remembers? There's only one shloka for Krishna, Bhagavan Vacha. He said, he brings the Ratham in the center of the spot, both armies clearly seen from the end. And he says, look, here are all your relatives standing on both the sides. That is the only thing he said. And then Arjuna started thinking in a logical fashion, applying all these thoughts, which even we would have been through. All right. So let's stop here and we will come back again next Sunday. We will try to see how far he wants to go. The next one is little tricky, and he will blast our minds in saying that nothing is going to work after this. The world is coming to an end if I do this. But let's see that. Okay? All right. Let's do the closing prayers. Om. You guys can join. You are in the same room. Sarvesham swasthir bhavatu, sarvesham shantir bhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu, sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma mritam gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. All right, see you all next Sunday again.